Is this on? Testing? Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Marissa, and I have the honor of being Mallory's identical twin sister. Growing up, people always mixed us up, but today I promise there's no confusion at all. One of us is a vision of radiance, and the other one is trying her darndest not to cry her makeup off, which will probably happen at some point during this speech. So if that makes you uncomfortable, now's a good time to top off your beer. It's hard to know where to begin. How do I sum up what Mallory has been to me over the course of our entire lives in the span of only 3 minutes? This is a question I've repeatedly asked myself over the last handful of months. I've determined the best place to start is the very beginning, but it's probably not the beginning you're thinking of. Our beginning predated our birth. There's a lot left. It's not gonna go well. Okay. At the risk of talking too much about myself, I know that is a pet peeve of both the bride and groom in wedding speeches. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that, and I'm gonna try to keep it as short as my yapper mouth will let me. So I'm a neonatal intensive care unit nurse, which means in my day-to-day life, I'm responsible for taking care of babies that are born too early. So much of my day is spent thinking about life inside the womb. The beautiful, mysterious, intricate work that God did and continues to do in all of our mothers' wombs. Mallory and I are mono twins, which means that we started as one egg. And because we shared an amniotic sac, we know that for the first 8 to 13 days of our existence, we were one. After those first 2 weeks, we became our own units. We continued to grow and develop together in perfect unison. At 6 weeks, our tiny hearts started beating together. At 8 weeks, we could reflexively respond to each other's touch. Around 20 weeks, we could hear mom's heartbeat and our own. I like to think that at 23 weeks, I opened my eyes for the very first time to see her developing body next to mine. I think that's the worst. After we were born, we never lost that synchronicity. We found each other on the playground when Mom and Dad put us in separate classes in first grade. We shared a room until we were 16 because the thought of sleeping with walls between us felt like too big of a gap. We went to the same college and shared every home we've ever lived in. Even to this day, you still text me when I'm sad because you can feel it in your heart when mine is hurting. When I take care of twins, I always find myself so excited. And when I tell the parents how special their assignment is to me, they always ask, what is it like being a twin? And my answer never changes. I always tell them it's the best gift I've ever been given. Okay. Being a twin means that our lives have always been intertwined, so watching Mallory step into new chapters has always felt like I'm stepping into them with her. I'm truly grateful that we met our fiancés only a couple months apart, and that there will be less than 6 months between our wedding days. I'm so thankful to Ian for being overwhelmingly patient with me, for wiping all of my tears and continually praying over me. The person you are is more than I could have ever dreamed of in my future spouse. When Mallory met Max, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to let a part of her go. After their first date, she came into my room to tell me about how it went. I don't remember much of what she said, except that they had really good conversations and she thought he was really cute. A week or so later, she told me he played his guitar for her, and I remember her telling me how natural he looked with the guitar and that it made him even more irresistible. She told me he played George Jones, and I thought that was really cool. A little bit less cool when I heard him say the Beatles are overrated, but that's neither here nor there. It quickly escalated to her telling me he wanted to marry her and have all 6 of his babies, to her telling me she wanted that too. Well, maybe just 4. This has been a difficult transition for me, but knowing that Max is everything she's prayed for and more has brought great joy to my heart. Since Mallory's known him, she's been more lively. Their compatibility is visible to everyone who knows them. I have full confidence that this marriage was written in his book long before any one of us ever came to be. I'm grateful my sister has found the person she will spend the rest of her life with, and I can't wait to witness the ways in which the Lord moves in your marriage. Max, I think it's obvious you know how special Mallory is. I pray you take good care of her, this wonderful gift I've been given, the rest of her days on this side of eternity. So that being said, this is supposed to be happy. Cheers to the newlyweds. Cheers.